to improve your health and to hopefully reduce the pain. Sitting on the floor is not it's very different than sitting on the chair or
Mm.
the I guess the sofa, and the couch. In U.S. and in a Western countries, culturally, I think many people do not sit on the floor. I think more everybody's used to sitting on the chair and the sofa. Everybody relax on the sofa. They lie down. They cruise through the day, watch TV, maybe lie down and kind of roll around. And you're eating on the dining table. You're sitting on the chair and dining table. You're eating. You're doing a computer work. You're probably spending most of the time sitting down at the desk doing the office work. Um, Anyways, a lot of things are being done in a sitting in a chair position, and uh, what we're gonna talk about is actually not that kind of sitting. It's the more of the Oriental way of sitting um, method. In Japan, we call it zaho. Zaho is a sitting method um, to sit on the floor. So we're not talking about sitting on a chair. So that's a very important thing we got to make clear first. Once you go onto the floor, you will discover that many people, especially in US, will discover that it will be very complicated and difficult to to remain there. It's gonna feel like they're gonna be very uncomfortable sensations going down the legs and back, and very hard to remain there. Some of the people may not even be able to go to the floor. Some of people may not even be able to squat to even get to the floor in the first place. But even if you're able to sit on the floor, you'll find it very, very uncomfortable. Many people in US will feel like that. And at the same time, Japan, as far as I know it is getting a little bit closer to that situation. Many people started to utilize the chair and the sofa, and they have started to incorporate the Western ideas of living. So compared to 30, 40, 50 years ago, people cruise, people do not cruise and sit down on the floor anymore. Japan used to be a country where it is called a tatami culture. I think a lot of the people in Hawaii knows what tatami is. It's a tatami mat. It is straw mat that you can kind of see in a samurai movie and everything. It's everything was made with that straw mat, and everything all day long you spend time over there. They would get a lower table, lower station table, and you would eat there, and you would spend your time. You will roll around and kind of, just spend your rest of the days there. You family would gather on the floor instead of using the dining table. And when they go to sleep, they'll get a futon mattress, and just put it on the floor. It's a very flat cushion futon, and you would literally sleep on the floor. So Japan lifestyle used to be back then. Everything used to be done on the floor, but nowadays they have started to utilize the Western, living, lifestyle. So yes, many people, many of them sleep on the bed. They sit on the couch. They spend a lot of time on the desk and table. So along that line, everybody's getting more, more of the same pain, that chronic pain, back pain, knee pain. They're getting more, you know, uh, lot more rigidity and more tightness, and at the same time, the chronic disease level is rising. So um, the best method, for us to do, to incorporate is to for the Japanese, people, I always recommend to try to look back on the culture, because it's part of their good culture to go back to the back to the origin, and get get back down to the floor instead of just using the chair. But for the people in America, people in Hawaii, people in the West, it's good to. Um, yeah, I know it's not part of your culture, but it's good to utilize the sitting on the floor, because then that's going to open up all your joints. It's going to, in order for you to stay on the floor, you're gonna probably do Indian style. You can probably do seiza. You can just open your legs wide and sit normally. But in order for you to remain there, you're not going to be able to just do one way. So you're going to have to start rotating your leg around and feet around to trying to find a comfortable spot. That alone is a good exercise. You're bending every single part of your joints, and you're trying to adjust. You're trying to sit up straight, so you're training the core. So once you start doing that, you're training your dantian or dante or tanden. So which is the lower part of your located is a core part that's located about 1 fist below your navel. That area is the energy zone used in Oriental medicine, and we call it tanden or dantian. That area gets squeezed hard, and that once you start to squeeze that area, that means you're training that core of your body called tanden. So that alone is going to create a very, very strong um, the muscular, that axis. It's going to in order for you to remain your axis, you're going to train the tanden. So it's really good deep training that you're providing. At the same time, you're releasing all the muscles. I'm sorry, all the joints. And the tanden, once you're actually in there training it, you're actually creating a really good situation for your thorough circulation in general too. So in the Oriental culture, there is saying you're direct translation of this saying is that you're gonna sit down, you're gonna sit to heal. So sitting to heal is like a keyword for that, that Asian, Oriental culture. So when you sit on the floor, you're actually healing the body. You're taking away the pain. So that's the main thing, because you're actually activating the dantian and the tanden by trying to keep the good posture. And you don't need to go into a full lotus zone, like a full lotus, the meditation, mode. You don't need to do that, but just to slowly break yourself in onto the floor and try to utilize 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes of floor sitting time. And slowly you will get there. You'll start getting comfortable. And that's going to reset everything very gradually and slowly but surely. So I would definitely recommend that. And when you do this, make sure you do it very lightly and slowly. Don't do that 30 minutes when you're not used to it. Don't do 30 minutes to 1 hour. Just do 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and then try to move it around. And I think if you think you got enough today, get up, go back to your whatever chair you're using. But next day, try it again and do it a little longer the next day. It'll gradually get comfortable for you. Like me, whenever I do my papers and all my patient filing, like right now I'm sitting on the chair with you on the YouTube, but I'm usually on the floor. Like I'm actually on the computer for hours too. After I get out of my clinic. But me, I flip over the table. I flip over the box this way and make a low table, like a low station table, put my laptop on it with all the reports that I need to look at, and I'm on the floor. And I spend few hours on there. And that's how I keep my joints healthy. That's how I keep you know, my lower half of the body, sturdy and strong. And that's how I keep my entire health. So next time, I'm gonna slowly get into details on the position of the sitting, and I'll get into more detail next time. But today, I just wanted to talk to you about starting to utilize the floor sitting in order for you to improve your health and to relieve pain. So I just wanted you to get kind of interested in that first. And I will put a little bit of a report on the bottom of the information section of the YouTube. So there's many in America. There's many people are actually starting. So I chose some good article and I pasted there, so you can kind of read it too. And then I'll probably talk about it next time. But for today, let's conclude it today. Have a good day.